for the Lord. What a beautiful day for the Lord to come again. Good morning. What a beautiful day. I mean, it is beautiful outside. Not a cloud in the sky. Now, we could use some rain because we probably only had maybe a couple of inches over the last 3 or 4 months. Well, probably since July anyway. July, August, September, at least 3 months. Um, that's not a lot of rain, folks. It's not a lot of rain, but it's clear, blue skies, beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. The weather, the temperature is good, and look, they saying it may drop down in the 40s this weekend. 40s, not upper 40s, mind you, but still 40s. 40s is pretty cool, especially for me. I got thin blood, like my mama used to always say. I'm thin blooded, thin blooded. I don't have that thick blood like some folks have. My wife has thick blood. She's hot natured, I guess is the terminology, but not me. Not me. I'm cold natured. I get a little chilly. Chilly. I'm a little chilly at times. But it is a beautiful day. I mean to tell you, it's we was walking this morning, and we're having to start walking early. I mean, it's before daylight because it just gets daylight later now. I mean, it's that's just the way it is, and eventually we'll have to start walking in the evenings because it's just gonna, it's gonna get too cold. I'm not walking in the like freezing cold weather. I'm just not doing it. Now, in the slightly cold weather, I can do that because I can put on a jacket. I can put on my Miss Rebecca made by yarn, whatever. Put my little hat on and keep my ears warm because I don't want my ears to get cold. Look like elephant ears. Look like Dumbo. Fly, fly away. Fly away. But I do like it a little cool now. I do. I like it a little cool. I possibly were planning on it, going up to the camp with my buddy this weekend. Maybe Thursday, come back Saturday. So we'll have a couple of nights to spend together. So it'll be good. I don't know if they got a fire ban all over the place, but I don't know if that's ever affected us at the camp or not. But it's going to be nice weather. Now I don't think I'm going to be deer hunting. I don't know if I can pull a bow back anymore. I used to could, but I'm getting where I'm lazy, and I just don't. I don't do that stuff anymore for some reason. But I do like going to camp, and I told him I'd bring your bow and go out there and hunt. You get something, I'll help you. I'll help you drag it out. I'll help you clean it. I'll help you process it. I'll do all that. I don't mind all that, but just sitting out there, I just don't get into it quite as much as I used to. I need to because I like the end results of it. I like ground deer, and I like the roast and the fried steak and gravy. Ooh, wee! Man, I tell you what, you get some of them little thin. Not you don't want them too thick. Maybe about a quarter. And I got a little tenderizer. I can run it. I got a little hand crank tenderizer and run it through there. And I run it through one way, and then I turn it and run it through 90 degrees, so it cuts it, pretty good. Tenderize it good. Then I season it, I flour it, and I fry it on both sides. I don't fry it all the way. I just get it a little brown. I want it brown. And then I make me a gravy. You got to do your gravy up. Ooh, getting hungry. Make me a gravy. Put it all in there. Put the lid on. It's in a Dutch oven. You want to use a Dutch oven for this. Put the lid on there. Stick it in the oven. Put it on low. Don't cook that thing hot. I mean, you can cook it low, 220, 200, something like that. and just let it cook pretty much all day. At least 6-7 hours anyway. And then it's going to get that meat tender. And I tell you what, you better not get any up here on your forehead because your tongue's going to slap you silly trying to get at it. Trying to get at it. Who all's in the house? Who all is in the house? In the house, in the house. Deborah Rosugno. Good morning. Hello there, my friend Michael. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in. There's Linda. Linda Peterson. Good to see you. We have haze from the fires in Canada. Can you believe? That's a long ways for that haze to come down, isn't it? That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Good morning, Paul. Whoop, where'd it go? I clicked on you, but it jumped on me. Let's see. Good morning. Working and listening. Chili sounds good. You know, chili does sound good, don't it? I think I would like some chili. I need to make some chili. I might make some when we go to the camp. Huh? Oh, and Blenda may go. Paul's going to talk to his wife, Melissa. He said something about she may not have to work. They got something with their computers. And she pretty much works when she's a nurse. And she's been in the nursing business for a long, long time now. And she just gets to do what she wants to. She works for this guy over there. I think it's a plastic surgeon, you know, where they fix up all your faces and you stuff like that. And she is she gets her way over there. He just, whatever she wants, she gets. He bought him a canoe. Because Melissa said something one time about, you know, it'd be nice to have a canoe to take the grandkids in. Dude went out and bought him a canoe. A nice one, too. Buys her all kind of stuff. And I said, Paul, man, you ain't worried about this man, this doctor, you know, buying your wife stuff? He said, I'm not worried at all because he don't like women. I got to clean my glasses, y'all. I can't see nothing now. Y'all are just a blur, or I'm just a blur. There we go. Now I can see. But anyway, but he just loves her to death. And he pretty much gives her whatever she wants. And so that's a pretty good job to have, if you ask me. So I'm pretty sure, well, if she really wants to go, I'm sure if Paul tells her Blenda may go, she'll want to go because she likes Blenda. Her and Blenda get along really well. Been getting along pretty well for about 30-something years now. And, well, let's see, we've been married 31 years, so she really didn't know her before then because we was in Tennessee. Then we didn't move down here. So it's been about 31 years since they've known each other. Now, I've known Paul and Melissa longer than that. I went to school with them in high school. I started school over there in Louisiana in the 8th grade. So from 8th grade on, graduated in 85. So 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, since about 80, 81. That's how long I've known them. Good morning, Wendy. How in the world are you? It's good to see you. You know what, Wendy? I got something. I got to tell you something. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. I had a tick get on me, right on the inside of my arm. Well, right there. Oh, you can't see it because the thing's in the way. That's all right. You don't need to see these guns anyway. We was cleaning out. We got a little patch of woods out by the church. Just a little. It's not very big, but I mean, it's fairly big. But it's grown up vines and little trees. It was just a mess. So we got out there yesterday morning with some tractors and, some big machineries, chainsaws and everything else. And we got to cutting and clearing. And we did. We made that thing look. It's just cleared out. Now we're gonna wait till we're able to burn, and we're just gonna burn the section off and clear out all the stuff in it. But we was in there, and me and Belinda went somewhere yesterday evening. I went in there to go get a shower, and somehow or the other, I didn't have my glasses on, and I'd done something like this, and I looked, I seen a little spot on my arm. I said, "What is that?" I don't think nothing about it. You know, you get old, you start getting little spots here and there. Um, and I said, that just don't look right. So I got my glass, put my glasses on. I got to looking, got to looking, had to get real close on it. And I finally said, that's a tick. It was a little bitty old thing, little bitty tick. And I got it off and I killed it. But then I said, you know, I thought about my brother. He got that Lyme disease or spotted Rocky Mountain, whatever. Anyway, another lady we know had a tick get her back of her ear, and she didn't know. I mean, it messed her up a little bit until they found it. Once they found it, they were able to, you know, she was better. But them stinking little things can mess you up. That's crazy. And I know Wendy Hardneck Farm, she's dealt with that. Glenn, Raised Outdoors Adventures, or Arkansas. I can't remember what his name is now, but Raised Outside Arkansas. He's been dealing with the effects of a tick bite for well over a year. It's just crazy, y'all. So, got your quilts all washed up now for the winter months. There you go. There you go. You're cold right now. Got to go hunting. You can go to sleep out there and wake up to a buck looking at you then. Yeah, I've done that too. Actually, I don't know if I've ever done that deer hunting, but I have done that turkey hunting. Because turkey in the turkey woods, it's in the spring, it's cool in the mornings, and you get up next to a tree and get where the sun's shining on you. That's good sleeping right there, y'all. That's good sleeping. Good sleeping. Good morning, Jamie. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Hope everything is well over there. Hope everything's well. Hey there, Bill. Last day's homesteading. Good morning, everybody here at work listening in. I was telling Belinda about what you was talking to me about, the lesser of two evils. And she was saying, well, yeah, I see that. But, you know, what's the answer? I said, well, you know, the answer is God, isn't it? There's always an answer. There's Daniel, when he was given a choice to not pray or be put into the lions, then you say, well, he was in a rock, and you know, which one of those lesser evils, not pray and not honor God, or get thrown into a den of lions? And he said, you know, I tell you what, I'm just going to trust God. So he didn't he? Same thing with the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It's like, and another thing I thought about, Bill, is that's the way that a lot of people do, isn't it? You got your media, you got anybody that's trying to convince you something, they dictate what the options are. Okay, you've only got this option and this option, and they don't tell you any of the other options. And so you say, well, I don't have any other options, so I got to choose between this one and this one. That's the only two options I got. Well, the truth of the matter is more than likely, if somebody's telling you you've only got two options, they're just telling you what they want you to hear. They're just trying to tell you that, hey, this is the two options I want to give you. That's what the devil does. The devil does that. He tries to convince you don't have any other options, so you got to go with the lesser of two evils and therefore pick evil. Even though it's a lesser evil in our minds, it's still evil, right? So he's just giving you the two options, but God gives you another option, doesn't he? God gives you the option to pick right and to do right. Amen, brother. Amen. Good morning, Tiffany. Good to see you, Canadian Family Life. And y'all, smash that like button. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Hey there, Gwen. Good morning. How's everything? I know you probably are like us, wishing you had some rain, but enjoying a little bit of a cool down. Now, it's not as cool as it's going to get, but I think we're about to knock the 90s in the head. We knocked the hundreds in the head, and now I think we're about to knock the 90s in the head, y'all. About to get it all behind us. Then we probably knock the 70s in the head. Then we might knock the 60s in the head, y'all. I don't like this head knocking now. Some of you can go too far with that head knocking. Good morning, Mr. Thunderstick. Appreciate you coming in. Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. Somebody's been listening to MT Homestead. MT Home. I don't know why they started that. I have no clue why they started saying Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. There's Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. I guess because it's fun to say. I kind of like saying it. You've been busy on the farm. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. But he's not. He's not because, like I said, the guy ain't interested in women. I got a friend who's a doctor with that stuff, and he loves this lady. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm in your age range. We young, huh? We young whippersnappers. We'll say that, won't we, Wendy? Whippersnappers. We're going to say we're young. How old am I? Let's see, I'm 55 right now. I'll be 56 in December. Is that right? Yeah, 56 in December. Born in 1967. My guns fell. Well, I didn't don't have them around the house. This was just because I was in the woods. My guns are hidden by the granny flag. I was telling Belinda, I was doing, you can't see, I was flopping that, and I said, one of the grandbabies was doing that to me the other day. It was going like, and they was pulling my skin because, Pop, you got stretchy skin. I said, shut up. Just shut up, boy. That's how you talk to your grandbabies. Hey there, Misha. What in the world are you doing this time of the day? Girl, I know you're ready for this cold weather to come in. You ready for it to fly in and get it good and cold. Let's see. Rickettsy. Been a nightmare. I still deal with it. I had to change my life. Isn't that crazy? Now, I don't know. It seemed like there's something that, sometimes people get them and then they have like a reaction to meat, like red meat. And every time they get that, it does something to them. My brother-in-law, Blenda's brother, dealt with that. And they never did really tell him what he had. It just was, okay, you eat red meat. But I'm wondering if he didn't get bit by a tick or something. They just didn't know it or didn't put all that together. And that's the reason behind that. But what I know, let's see, who all am I missing? Am I missing anybody? I'm missing Mary Bernie. Hello there, Mary Bernie. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. You know what? I don't think Jesse's in the house. What's wrong with that boy? Need somebody on here to throw out some links for me so I can find out, especially people that I'm just not real familiar with. I can get over there and check them out. Saturday high, low of 54. I will have to pull out my hoodie. That's right. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. There you go. Oh, the devil's lower than a snake there. I say, go away from me. We do get some rain. We do need some rain, y'all. I must be behind. Tomorrow and Thursday, we have 62 and 85% chance. The sun is shining today. It's been a beautiful day, y'all. There's Rebecca. I was in here talking about Rebecca earlier about I'm going to have to pull out my Rebecca hat. Rebecca Touched by Yarn hat. so my ears don't get too cold. I don't want my ears getting cold, y'all. Don't want to plant lots of garlic. I'm going to plant some garlic. I'm going to wait a little bit. Every year I plant I think last year I planted mine at the end of August. And of course, they're going to come up. But I mean, they survived once it got a frost. I hear people say, well, they're not going to survive if they get a frost on them. Mine did. They done good. I mean, maybe they would have done better if I'd have waited. So I'm going to wait this year. I'm going to wait, and probably at the end of this month, start putting some out. And that way I will have them. And I'll probably mulch over them pretty good too, just to kind of insulate them a little bit. But so far, garlic has been fairly easy to grow for me. Pretty good. Let's see. Okay. You're born in 68. 68. I got my best friend. Well, not my best friend, but he was one of my best friends growing up. We were next door neighbors, so we hunted and fished together. We played football together and baseball and all that kind of good stuff. And we worked together. We worked on the farm together, and we just had a good time growing up. And he was born in January of 68. So I was born in December of 67. He was born in January of 68. We're not even a month apart. Well, right at a month apart, according to the days. And he was a grade behind me. And so I graduated in 85. He graduated in 86. But just that one, just the time, is it? Shut up. That's right. You tell your grandkids, they start talking about the flab on your arm, you tell them, shut up. Y'all, I'd never got in trouble years ago. I was substitute teaching. And I don't know why I did. I just done it to get out the house and see how it was. I moved back to Louisiana over there near where I went to school. I said, I'm going to substitute and teach at my old school just for fun. I didn't care about teaching the little rugrats. All I cared about was going back and seeing how it was. So I did. I went. And you didn't really, I guess I could have opted, who I want to teach. But I basically taught the middle school and the high school, or the junior high and the high school. And high school was easy because them kids, I would bluff them early on. And anyway, I was probably an easy substitute teacher because I didn't care what they did. I didn't care if they passed or what. I didn't care if they did the work. It didn't matter to me. I done went to school, y'all. I had done paid my dues. So if they want to be dumb and not pass, and that's up on them. But in all reality, the teachers you substitute for, they didn't really care either. They just like, here's some things that you can do if you want to. But the middle school, the seventh graders were the worst. The worst. Hated teaching the seventh graders because they at that age, they right at that age that they think they all that, and they and I, one day I get their attention. They wouldn't listen. I said, shut up. And you could have heard a pin drop. And I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all never just completely went quiet before like that. And they said, you're not supposed to say the S word. I said, what are you talking about? You can't say shut up. I said, I just did. They said, no, you get in trouble for saying that. I said, are you kidding me? He said, yeah. I said, man, our schools have created a bunch of pansies. I said it. I said, I don't know what pansies is, like a flower or something, but we always meant it to be as somebody that was, just weak. And I said, that's our schools are getting that way. You can't do nothing. I said, well, y'all going to shut up anyway. I don't care. What they going to do, fire me? Big deal. I don't care. I didn't want the job for the money. I just wanted it get out the house for a little bit and just go back to the old school where I grew up in. Anyway, yours is getting bigger. I could almost fly off the roof. Well, pin them down. Pin them down. Just get you a safety pin and pin them. You know, they got, the kids nowadays are wearing all kinds of stuff in the ear. You could get it pierced like that and then get a little piece on the back of your head there and just go ahead and just pin it to your head. And you won't fly off anywhere. You won't fly off anywhere. Bring it on. I'm sick of the 80s and 90s. Now, I don't mind the 80s. I can handle the 80s. Thank you, Byron. Man, I tell you what, if we was any better, there'd have to be more of us because we just living the high life. I'll tell you something. If you're not enjoying every day, you're missing out. Because, listen, this is something that we all need to understand. We ain't getting this day back. We're just not. This day is God's not gonna. It's not gonna be Groundhog Day for any of us, y'all. We're not going to get to relive this day over and over and over until we get it right. This day's gone. We ain't getting it back. It's over with. It's done with. You better make the most of it. You better enjoy it, folks. Better enjoy it. Ain't no sense. Hey, you only have so much time in this life. Ain't no sense being miserable with it. Ain't no sense being down and in the grumpies all the time. Get out of that mess and find you something that excites you, gives you something to do. Because I'm telling you, this one's gone. You ain't getting it back. And it's just closer to time where you ain't going to have any more. You can eat meat, dairy, gluten. I have certain fear reactions so much. I imagine so. Sounds like so. What are you yapping at? Pastors can say shut up. They sure can. I read it in the pastor handbook. In the pastor handbook. Misha, any of them. Any and all of them. Just if you got it, if you got a blue thing, just get after it and start welcoming people in. Let's see. You plant the 1st of November? Okay. Now, I've heard somebody say they plant after the first frost. And our first frost is predicted to be November the 8th. Of course, I mean, who knows? But we'll see. We'll see about it. I don't know. But like I said, I planted it early last year. I didn't have no trouble. But I may plant it later this year just to try it. It's just garlic. I mean, that's all it is. It's just garlic. It ain't like it's going to change my life forever if I don't get a good garlic harvest. I mean, I went many, many years without ever planting garlic. Got by pretty good. I sure did. Good morning, Miss Virginia. Appreciate you coming in. It's always good to see Miss Virginia come in and say hello. I appreciate you coming in. You're redoing everything, huh? You raising butterflies. I know that. That's pretty cool, isn't it, to raise a butterfly? My garlic knows magic. It disappeared. Y'all, do I have a link at the top of this thing that says that if you want to come up and say hello, that you're more than welcome to? You want to share what's going on in your life and on your channel and everything that you got going on? Because I was supposed to have linked it. But I don't know if I did or not. But I think I did. Hey, D, good morning. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you. You're working and listening. I understand that. They do think they know it all. I must be getting close, y'all. I must be getting close. The Snowflake Society. You should be setting the example. That's right. I am. I'm setting the example. Hello, Danielle. Good to see you. Did I understand that that you are not having your live today? If I understand right, I thought I seen that. Andale's not having hers either. I thought about canceling mine just to join the party because everybody was canceling. Hey, Judy, Pansy said her eternal victim. That's right. That's right. Everybody's a victim nowadays. Everybody's a victim nowadays. Bingo. I understand that you don't have poor old Paul to fetch your errands. Hey, now I will say Paul done he and you know, he was the one child that I never actually really had to tell him to do much anything. He just done it. I mean, if there was something needed to be done, he would do it. He starts school today. Today is his first day. I thought it was last week, but no, it's today. And so he is finding. I said, man, I hope you can understand them folks over there. I imagine trying to listen to them is going to be kind of hard. He said, yeah, I hope so. I hope I can too. He's been wanting to get into some kind of little exercise thing. He said he wanted to get in like boxing or something like that just for the exercise. I said, so I mean, you don't want to get in that mess. But he went ahead and done it anyway. And he said that it's just training, basically. He said they've done mostly running and just exercises and beginner, things like that. He said he was so sore. So that was yesterday. He may be feeling it today. Man, life in the South is grand. It is grand all over more than any place else. It's a fine, fine place to be right now. I guarantee you that. A month or so ago, when it's in the hundreds, no, it was horrible. But now, man, it is fine. Fine, fine, fine. Did I say I had did I ask if you had the link? 1st of November, we are in for snow before Halloween time. Well, I hope I don't get no snow. I don't want no snow. Don't want no snow. No lie for me, Dave. Just when a client has 2 appointments, take him all to appointment. Just got a lot going. I understand. Got to do what you got to do. It was so nice meeting you, your daughter and your. Of course, I'd already met Terry, but your mother. When we went over there, it's super nice and enjoyed it very, very much. Garlic in the stores, the price went way up, so I'm planning a ton of it. Y'all, let me ask you a question. Hold on just a second. I'm almost down here to the bottom. I did pin it. Okay, thank you, Jen. Slack and hubby's working from home. I come up, but I'm still in my jammies. That's all right. Let's see. Did I get down here to the bottom? Did I get all the way to the bottom? I think I did. Yeah, I got a call yesterday. And I hope they're not no, let me just say it this way. I got a call yesterday, and they was telling me I could come out. Hey, Garden State Gardener, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Where's TJC? I didn't see Joanna. Where's she coming in? There she is. You snuck in on me, Joanna. You snuck in on me. What's up with that? And Joe snuck in on me too. Mental health lobby. No, probably not appropriate. No, I got a call yesterday. And lady was saying, she was saying, and I really wasn't understanding what she's talking about. She's saying something about these cell phone towers and stuff. And they said today, she was saying yesterday, she was saying today, they're going to have some kind of emergency alert, something or other. And she said that if I want to, I could come out there and out in her field. And she said she was a few miles away from the towers or whatever. And anyway, she said they're going to do some kind of emergency broadcast and said it's the same thing that happened in Hawaii and China and all that, and said apparently there's people concerned that it's going to happen here and we all going to burn up. I don't know, but I ain't going out there. If I burn up, I burn up. I just burn up. I guess it comes through the computers and through the phones, and I don't know. I don't understand all that stuff. I don't get all concerned with it. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I got my faith is somewhere else. It's somewhere else. It's beyond the floor. Y'all, I got a guest. Hey there, man.
Nobody else is coming up to visit Chuck. I better come say good day.
Man, I appreciate that. You didn't leave me hanging. You didn't leave me all by myself.
Well, that
where you at?
Rude. I'm actually at a dealership. Well, not a dealership. They do all the spray box stuff. That black spray that goes on the box so they don't get all ruined. I brought a truck down for a buddy to spray. So
okay,
I'm just about ready. Oh, I tell you what, Chuck, that's some sweet truck. But man, oh man, I sure as heck won't be paying for a truck like that.
What is it?
$92,000.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
I'm far too frugal for that, but I tell you what, it's a sweet ride.
Yeah, I imagine it needs to be for $90-something thousand.
You can almost you could almost pay off a little house for that.
Yeah. Well, I've only bought 2 houses in my life. Well, I say bought, but me and the bank bought them, and both of them didn't cost that. I think I had one that was like $40,000, and it was 1, 2, 3, a little 3-bedroom house, had on a little over 4 acres of land.
Okay.
And then I had another one that was it's like a 3-bedroom house. It was a little bit smaller, but it's on like a corner lot in an older neighborhood. Only paid like $35,000 for it or something like that. And I was like, wow, I can't do that no more.
I was gonna say the average home up here is going for about $300,000 to $600,000.
That's crazy.
So just my modest home, we bought our house. Oh gracious! Well, Kyle was just 21, so it'll be 21 years next month. No, November. It'll be 21 years. We bought that house for 138, and it's worth over $6 now.
Well,
that's a pretty good investment.
Yeah, that's 6 times the investment, 600% or whatever they call. I don't know.
Roughly 100%. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
And I'd never give $1,000 for.
I almost get sick to my stomach to think about it. About if and kids nowadays are going out and they're $200,000 house is nothing to them.
That's a trailer. That's what you folks down there call a single wide, or like a mini home. 2 or 3 bedroom mini home up here is over 100,000, and that's
Isn't that crazy?
A glorified trailer.
I don't understand all that.
Yeah,
I had some friends of mine, and some of you people that might be on the East Coast, you might can verify some of this. They went out on the East Coast vacation, and but they said that they were trying to find a hotel to stay the night, and the cheapest one they could find was like $500 a night.
Yeah,
I'm like, and they ain't staying at the same hotels that I'm staying in.
I'm even last weekend, Chuck. Whenever I went to meet Glenda and her mom and Aunt Lynn down in upstate New York, the cheapest hotel I could find, that didn't come with a side of bed bugs was 263. 260.
That's just unreal.
Oh, it's crazy. And there was so much mold in the AC that I had a hard time breathing. And you know what? They still have not replied to my email. And I didn't send them an email like, I want my money back. I'm like, can you ensure that somebody goes through this hotel and cleans it so nobody else gets sick?
Yeah.
All I said. And they didn't even, and I'll go right ahead and say, Best Western. Not
Best
even
Western.
acknowledged, didn't even acknowledge my email.
You know what we started doing? We started looking around for like these little bed and breakfasts or Airbnbs and stuff like that because, I mean, we've had pretty good luck with those or success with those.
Debbie's got a phobia about those, though. She thinks that because there's been so many of them that were caught up here with cameras in the bathrooms and
really,
oh yeah, and I'm talking upstate New York, like I'm just talking within about 150 miles of here.
That's crazy.
So I could care less. You want to look at me, you go right ahead.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I don't know if I want to put anybody through that kind of punishment.
That's it, man. So it's like, I just, it floors me that, now I believe Airbnb's got a lot better since. But she just right out, no way.
She don't think they can do that in hotels?
Chuck, I'm not going to tell her that because then she won't go to a hotel. Guess what?
You'll have to get you a tent.
Yeah, well, this old body is way too broken to be sleeping in a tent. But I don't know. These people just, if they call entertainment, they got to.
I can see Misha. I can see her going to the bathroom and looking up into the fan cover.
Oh man,
yeah.
Different strokes for different folks, but
I can see her looking into the mirror.
Yeah, but but yeah, no, I just, if I tell her about hotels, then I'm never going to get it. I'm only ever going to be at home. So, next thing somebody's going to say, oh, they're all over cruise ships. And there goes my cruises now. So, no, I don't tell her. You don't need to do any of this. I'm okay with her not enjoying Airbnbs. Whatever. But
don't mess with your cruise, huh? No.
Absolutely. It's like, can't be messing around with the cruises. And but I gotta say, we're heading out Friday night, Saturday morning, about 3 a.m. we're heading down east, and we have 2 hotels booked. The kids want their own and we'll take our own. And I said, well, Papa ain't paying for years. You guys can stay on a cot in ours, but we're not paying. No, we'll pay it. It's like, fill your boots. But it was about $200 a night for king size, including breakfast.
Well, it included breakfast, huh?
Coffee and breakfast. I'm okay with that.
There you go. That's a selling point. That's the selling point.
Now their breakfast is garbage, and but their beds are nice. So, and
what kind of money? Yeah, you can travel. So I don't know if she's talking. I don't know if anybody's talking to me or you, but
I I don't
I got it.
travel.
I'm rolling it. I got a room full. I got a room back in the back. Ain't nothing but money. It's just, I mean, I play in it, and it's like a swimming pool that I go in there. I do the backstroke in it. I got it just coming out my ears. You can see it coming out my ear. That's why I wear such nice clothes. I wear such.
You know, I can't even buy my own hoodie. I've got the township giving me hoodies.
Hey, as long as you can get a hoodie, that's good. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. I'm not doing a good job of it.
You know, that's why I've got amazing moderators. They cover my butt all the time, but you know.
Well, Jesse's normally here, and I don't know where he's at today. He's taking the day off, I guess.
No, busier than gracious. Almighty. He's just so busy that I got talking to him there last night. Now, he did run out and get lottery tickets. So if he won the 960 million, he could be celebrating.
He might be. We'll never see him then. We'll never see him.
Or we'll see him all the time.
We might see him in his bedroom swimming pool swimming in money, huh?
Exactly. There's my chariot I brought down.
That's the $90-something thousand vehicle?
Yeah, that's a $92,000 vehicle. All right, buddy.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, and that's what they do is they spray that black stuff in here.
That's pretty good stuff too, isn't it? It seems like it holds up good. And that's the stuff that won't peel off, right?
No, it. That's not good. That's a scratch in a $92,000. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. Sorry, I lied to you, Chuck. We got a heck of a deal here. $91,005.
Oh, well, shoot, then sign me up for two of them.
Oh, I was thinking that. Do you want to get matching colors today, or?
Yeah. I mean, well, we don't want the same color. I mean, we want to be able to
differentiate.
Yeah,
that's true. So this guy is so anal. The gentleman that bought this, I had to still keep the plastic on his leather seats.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, I tell you what, brother. But I guess, you know, if I did purchase the $91,000 truck, I tend to agree with him. And it's got a moonroof. It's got a sunroof and a moonroof. So it's,
I don't know. I think if I could afford it, then I'd use it. I'm not going to buy something. I got to handle with kids' gloves. It's going to have to be able to go into the woods if I got it.
Well, but okay, between you and I, we ain't going to put this into no bush. Like this is a grocery getter. And it is it's fully electric.
I don't even need AC.
Or it's not.
Hey, I hadn't had AC in my vehicle. I mean, Glenda has it in hers, but I hadn't had AC in mine in forever. I just grew up like that and never thought much about it. You'd buy a freeze dryer. Jamie would buy a freeze dryer instead of a truck.
Well, no, I wouldn't be doing that, but I tell you what, these electric assists, like I'm driving fully electric right now. The motor's not on. And it's unbelievable, the ride.
It's smooth, huh?
And I came down here yesterday. Whenever I left the dealership, I had enough gas to go 700 kilometers. Whenever I got back, I had enough gas to do 719 kilometers because of the electric. It actually gave me kilometers.
Okay. Well, that's.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. So what it does is there's a generator somewhere underneath the hood, and you know,
Right.
it
Well, that's pretty cool.
It just clicked over. It really.
You cutting out on me, Scott?
Unbelievable. Like, just, you know, the amount of
Hey, man.
just the amount of like engineering in these vehicles. So I guess, you know, it's $91,000.
Scott, you cutting out on me. You cutting out on me bad.
Now.
Cutting out on me bad. I'm getting a word here and there, a here and there word. And now you froze up on me. I'll do like that, pretend like we're both froze. That ain't got no sense. Scott is all choppy. He's a chopper. Yeah, he drove that $91,000 something vehicle off the showroom floor, and it immediately depreciated in value. More than likely. Uh-oh. Hey, Scott, man, I appreciate you coming up. I hate you had to chop off like that. I seen old Amanda pop in. She's out there harvesting sweet taters and chasing turkeys all around the farm. She's really taken to this country life, I think. Moved from Chicago to Tennessee, eating up the country life, the mountain life. She lives out there kind of in the mountainous area, I think. Not even the Smoky Mountains, but it's still a mountainous area, probably the Cumberland Mountains, maybe Cumberland area. But yeah, you look like you taking right to that kind of lifestyle. I don't blame you. It's a pretty place out there. I always liked Tennessee. Tennessee was always a place that, well, I lived there twice. I lived there when I was a kid from the 4th to the 7th grade. And then I lived there again for a couple of years. That's where I met Blenda. Back in the day. And it's a totally, we used to go to Murfreesboro. We lived just outside of Murfreesboro, and or she did, and I lived anyway. We didn't live together, but we'd go to Murfreesboro, and Murfreesboro wasn't that big a town back then. It just wasn't. But now Murfreesboro is like huge. Smyrna, where I used to work, it wasn't a whole lot to it, but now it's Cumberland Plateau. Yeah, I figured that's where I was thinking that's where you was. Please video that, Jamie. I want to see your hubby chasing you. Run, Jamie, run! Run, Jamie, run! I finally found something that's only half hour drive from my house. Super excited about checking it out this weekend. That raw cow's milk. We used to get that when I go to my granny's my grandmother's. I always called her Granny. Granny Spears. Granny Spears. She lived just outside of Houston, Channelview area. And of course, back then, when they moved out there, they had I don't know how many acres they had, but the town kind of grew up all around them. But they had a cow, and they had some chickens and all that. And thank you, Wendy. Anyway, we'd go out there. She got up at, I don't know what time everyone. I know at 4:00 we had to be out there walking to the cow so we could milk it. But it was we'd get to drink some, just take it, squirt it. I never was too good at it. We used to ride pigs too. They had a big canal that we'd walk down, and we had some people, some boys that were our age. They were older than I was, but they were like my brother's age. And we'd go down there, and they had these big old pigs. Of course, they looked huge back then. I'm sure they was pretty big. But we'd ride them or try to ride them in that pig pen. And we had some pretty good times. I always had them China berries, little China. We had them China berry wars. And I actually caught an alligator in that canal. It was a small one. And I mean, I don't remember a whole lot about it. I just remember my uncle doing something, they got a rope or something. Anyway, they got it. I think they may have had to call the law or something to come do something with it. But I mean, we had some pretty interesting times. It got to be a pretty bad neighborhood. Everybody moving in and started a lot of things that wasn't pleasant. So a lot of course, my grannies passed on, and all the places. My grandpa. I may go see The Blind. Well, I ain't going to a movie theater. I'm going to wait. I will wait until it comes out on like Prime or something like that. I don't go to the movies. What was I talking about? I don't remember now. Hey, Ann, it's good to see you. You two poop to pop. She been chasing grandbabies. Belinda don't care nothing about going to the movies. She don't care about going no movies. She's I don't like it. I don't like going to the movie. I don't like paying for it because it's overpriced, and I'm a cheapskate. And plus I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Hey, that's all right, Scott. I do appreciate you coming up, though. I sure do. We're about to have to get off here. I know Andale doesn't have her live today. She's not going live. And she had texted me, let me know that in case I wanted to go long, but I don't. Faith is coming. My daughter is supposed to be coming. And then I'm just really, 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 really surprised my son hadn't come. He's generally over here either Monday or Tuesdays of most every week when he's able to. I mean, most, the way he works, he can work around a lot of stuff. They don't have cartoons anymore. Andrea, it's good to see you. I meant to mention something about you earlier, but I just did not. But I do appreciate you coming in, Andrea. Andrea is one of my favorite people in the entire world, y'all. I just love Andrea. I think, and she's just a delightful person. She'll make you smile. She'll make you smile whether you want to or not. And you're going to smile. I'm codependent. Yeah, I probably am. Hey, thank you, Jamie. And look, I appreciate everybody coming out. I do. I thought maybe I put my link up there and I'd be over. It's like that sometimes. Sometimes you got too many people up here, and then sometimes you can't get anybody. But next time we'll try and do it, and maybe get some of y'all. Maybe get some of y'all to come on up. But for right now, if you come on up, we're just gonna have to say goodbye because I'm about to take off and get some things done around the house. Look, good to see you. Appreciate y'all coming. God bless.